Gaddo!
It's only been a year since the Battle of Sword Valley. How? How did the numbers grow so quickly?
Are their numbers too great even for you, Gaddo?
Otharon.
Medic Sharla, here are your new orders. You and Juju are to ready the evac ships. You will be in charge of the evacuation.
But...
You must realize the ships can only carry so many. We must stay behind and fight to protect those who remain in Colony 6.
I'll be fine. I'll be able to keep my mind on the battle, knowing you're safe.
Promise me.
Sharla.
Promise that you'll meet us outside the colony. Just make sure you get out of here alive.
Yeah. I promise. Don't worry.
Gaddo, a promise is a promise. And until I see you again, I will protect everyone.
No, let me protect everyone.
Sharla!
I keep them real safe inside my belly.
Sharla! Juju! Juju! Where are you?
Hey there. Are you all right?
The sleeping princess awakes. Had us worried there for a minute.
How long have I been out?
Huh?
How long have I been unconscious?
4 hours, I'd say.
I've got to get out of here.
Hold up.
Mind if we go with you?
You're gonna bust into their base, right? We want a piece of them too.
Really?
Truth be told, we were gonna leave without you. But the thing is, I get roughed up a lot, and we don't know anyone else who can use ether.
Thank you both. It's been a while. And it's just... I never imagined I would go back to Colony 6 like this. I'm sorry. Lost myself for a minute. We can get to Colony 6 from the valley where Juju was taken. It's this way.
Hey everyone, ArchTalko here, welcoming you back to Xenoblade Chronicles. Today we have a lot in store, a lot of exploring Bionis Leg. But before we do, there is a little bit of errand running and I guess just management with our skills and arts that I want to take care of. There's also the matter that I kinda skipped down on getting some quests, so before we deal with that, let's go ahead and level up some arts. So of course, post ArchTalko coming to you once again. What do we say to people who take 3 minutes to decide what arts to level up? We tell them, that's a no good. No good. So yeah, there's not a whole lot for me to know, although I was really surprised by how much enchant is improved when you leveled up. It gets an extra 10 seconds that the effect lasts. Now it lasts a full minute, which, I mean, when we're fighting a bunch of mechon all at once, I mean, that's gonna be super useful. So I highly recommend that. You can also see we do have a few new arts for Ryan, so I'm gonna try to explain both Ryan and Charlotte's new arts when I get the chance. Skill-wise, not much. I linked an art that allows you to heal more HP when healed by an art, so yeah, boom. Okay, and with that, as you can see by the adorable old man walking around, we do have some side quests that I didn't pick up. I'm a sham. I'm so sorry. Now, while we're talking to this just spunky old-timer, something I do want to point out is, obviously, if you haven't noticed by now, we have some major equipment changes. The equipment on both Charlotte and Shulk is not optimal. Like, none of their equipment actually has jump slots and is not, like, the best defense and ether defense-wise. But that doesn't matter because we're looking pretty bamfin'. I mean, Shulk's got that, like, yellow-orange look on him. Ryan's got a bunch of purple and blues and that crazy headset. I don't even know what's going on with that. And of course, Charlotte has like a mix of both, right? Just kind of tying the whole look together. I'm digging it. Shulk also has a custom Monado skin that I made myself. That's right, I actually went to Photoshop, isolated the layers myself, went to the good old hue, saturation, gradient layers, and I think it turned out pretty cool. It's Charlotte themed. It's like red, white, and blue, and kind of reflects Shulk's skin in Smash 4 that symbolizes Charlotte, as well as just her default, I think it's like round gear that she comes equipped with when she first joins the party. I can't remember the exact name of it, but okay, so Brog leg meat, fertile flammy eggs shouldn't be too bad. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Brog leg meat might be kind of a pain, but we'll get to there when we get to there. Awesome. Abundant sapling shouldn't be too hard to find. We'll just have to, wow, cannot talk, just have to defeat some abundance. So okay, I mean, I'm not complaining. Wasn't expecting to actually have that though. And so we have, oh no, that's Ernest. Okay, with that, let me check my quest real quick. Okay, and I do in fact have every single side quest that I want to take care of because I am the biggest goob and didn't get the last episode. Anyway, as you can see here, we got a couple heart to hearts, and there's one specifically that I actually do really want to take care of very soon. There's a problem though. If we look at our affinity real quick, come on, you will notice that Charlotte has yellow affinity with both Shulk and Ryan. Specifically, I want to get her yellow affinity between Ryan very soon because I feel like that heart to heart's gonna be pretty cool, and I kind of want to like take care of them as soon as I can. So yeah, we're gonna be playing a Charlotte in order to remedy that. Also, you can see here, if we go to Spiral Valley, we have Zero, the #1 Smash 4 player in the world, blocking off our passage to the arena that we first fought the tentacled Mechon in. That's right, if you try going any further, he's a vision type monster, so he'll whip out that Diddy, he'll whip out that Sheik, give you the butt smacking to end all butt smackings. So, today's episode, I don't know if I should put that little exclamation point on the thumbnail or not, because basically what we're going to be doing is dedicating this episode to just exploring Bionis Leg. There's going to be a lot of landmarks, a lot of locations that we're going to be wanting to visit next episode when we take care of the main character side quests. And I figure while I'm doing that, I might as well be taking care of the generic monster and material gathering quests while we're at it. So we're going to be having some story stuff. We're going to be going to the next area where we'll be rescuing Juju. But we're not going to be doing any like main story stuff either. Oh, also, okay, hold up. Gonna put a stop to that thought real quick because I never actually filled in the Tougher Cave Collectopedia after we finished Tougher Cave and got here to Bionis Leg. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I forgot about this. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Specifically, I'd like to draw attention to the Bright Fig item. This was the one collectible that I didn't have to complete the Collectopedia. And if it helps at all, Liliana in Colony 9 trades it once you get 2-star affinity. And this is a really little detail that I think is so cool. The thing is, in order to get 2-star affinity, chances are if you've just done like a couple side quests in Colony 9, you won't get to that point. By the time you do Tougher Cave side quests though, by the time you finish them, you should have built up enough affinity with Colony 9 in order to get the Bright Figs. Also, Charlotte does in fact have the Jiggle Physics. I think it's about time we address the guys. I mean, look, at least they're not swinging wildly as the weapons on everyone's backs. And I'm just gonna leave that at that. Anyway, yeah. Okay, anyway, back to the Bright Fig thing. So what's cool about this, what I think is so cool, is that there's a side quest in Tephra Cave to collect 2 bright figs, and then first, like, the colony defense soldier kind of sounds like she just wants them for herself. But then after you turn it in, you find out that she wanted you to collect them in order to cheer up disheartened kids in Colony 9. Why is this so important? By the time you have turned in this quest, you should have 2-star affinity with Colony 9. And sure enough, if you talk to one of the most disheartened kids in Colony 9, a kid who keeps going on about how she lost her dad a year ago at the Battle of Sword Valley, she has a bright fig to trade with. I feel like that was absolutely intentional, and I feel like it's such a cool little detail. It's something that I never knew about until I was doing some like behind the scenes stuff to make sure that I had the collectibles in order to do for this video and stuff. Like, again, I find something new every time I find this game, every time I play through this game. I hope I'm not sounding too much like a broken record, but seriously, welcome to Colony 6. Welcome to Colony 6. This game, guys, this game.
This is Colony 6.
It's like a fortress. Did people really live here?
So much has changed. It's only been a month.
We'll find Juju and then smash some metal.
Wait! We can't just rush in.
We could enter through the mine.
Mine?
There's a massive ether deposit under the colony. The first settlers here built right on top of the mine. That's how we got our colony. The mine is like a network of tunnels. It's much more complicated than the colony streets. They can't have figured it all out in the space of a month.
So...
She means it's the best route if we want to remain unseen.
You're catching on.
Great. So how do we get in?
Through the drainage outlet. It's just up ahead.
So yeah, unfortunately that dome-esque building is blocked off to us. It is completely inhabited by the Mechon, so we gon' do something about it. Do I don't need any of those guys. Awesome. Okay, well, I guess it makes sense, because this is technically a different area than Bionis Leg. This is treated as Colony 6. There are going to be its own set of collectibles for this specific area, but we're not going to worry about that now. We're just going to go through this elevator. Wow, we're actually really high up. Oh, you know what? Actually, we're gonna get a really cool view. Yeah, Splintered Path. This is a cool location. We're like right underneath the sword. But check this out. If we head over to this cliff, hold on. Let me. I think this should be a good angle. Let's see. If we look down, hold up. If we look down in that gap, believe it or not, that is actually Colony 9. What's that? Don't believe me? Well, hold on a sec. I guess we'll just go ahead and get a better view. Hey, sorry about the cut. My free look wasn't actually activated, so I had to go back to the emulator and do that. But yeah, as you can see there absolutely is the crater down by the Bionis Achilles heel. Even though we can't see it in the buildings, that is in fact Colony 9. Again, just such a cool little detail. You can see the leg in its full glory. And there's actually, okay, while we're out here, there was something that I failed to talk about and show off that I think would be pretty cool. It's also really neat how like the leg is kind of in this kneeling position. Just like all in all, really cool stuff overall. But okay, let me go ahead. I'm gonna change the time. I'm also gonna try messing around with this camera. It's kind of driving me nuts, so one sec. This camera, I'm like out of a weird tilt. But anyway, if we change the time to sunset, we can actually see where the sun is physically located in the game. First off, it's kind of delicious looking. I gotta say, it looks like a wafer or something. But something to note here. Stop. It's so shaky. As you can see there, that right arm is covered in ice. This is important. Okay, the universe of Xenoblade is different from our own, right? Instead of being on like a spherical planet that's rotating around the sun, it's a flat ocean with like a stationary sun that just kind of like dims and brightens. It's really weird. But the reason why we're going to be finding so many different biomes throughout the world of Bionis is actually because of how it is like physically positioned, if that makes any sense. And I'm gonna talk about this more, but I would like to just, I guess, point out the fact that the arm that's covered in ice is actually closest to the sun, which won't make sense later on in the game. And again, more details as we go through there, but it's just, oh, god dang it. Yeah, Skyrogel. These guys are a pain in the butt. They have a very, very large cone of vision that they can see you in, and they will just aggro all day, every day. So, you know what, we'll go ahead and fight him. Teach him the error of his ways. Oh, what a guy. But yeah, I don't know. There's, like, going on the whole, like, Bright Fig thing, this game has such a, oh, skill learn. Awesome, let's go ahead, actually. What do we, ooh, Red Rogel Wing. I don't think that's used for anything, but, I mean, it's booty. Let's go ahead and switch over to that skill. Awesome. Go make her persevere in the face of losing her brother literally every 5 minutes. But yeah, okay. Oh, you know what? Okay, hold up. Let me take care, okay, yeah. Let me take care of these guys real quick and I'll finish my thought. Okay, these guys were being so rude. But anyway, so, again, this game has such an incredible attention to detail, but at the same time, there are different aspects of the game that I absolutely think should be criticized. In my mind, this game is absolutely a masterpiece, but masterpieces don't have to be perfect, and I don't think this game is perfect. So I do want it to be known that when we come across things that I think should be criticized, I will absolutely do that. And in the case of like the whole geography of the sun stuff, that is one thing that I will criticize once we get to that point. Yeah, we got him good.
Let's keep this up.
So anyway, going back to, I guess, just where we are right now. Oh, ooh, hold up. What do we have? Amblygon turtles. I think that's for the colony? Yeah, okay. So, we're gonna be collecting stuff to rebuild a colony. Which colony could we possibly be rebuilding? Possibly not Colony 6. Oh no, that would just be crazy talk. Of course, more details when we actually get to that point in the game, but okay. Anyway, Splinter Path, it's pretty cool. As I would think the name implies, there are a bunch of dead ends, usually leading with some cool booty, or in this case, some wind ether crystals. So, you know, all in all, it's a pretty good time. We'll go ahead, get what we so rightfully deserve. Oh, hey, whenever you hear that jingle and you do an ether crystal deposit, first off, you get that achievement raring to go. Second off, though, let me pull it up. So right there, rank 2 crystal. It's very rare, but once in a while, when you do an ether crystal deposit, you'll actually get a crystal that's a rank above what that deposit should normally give you. Now, it's by itself, so we can't really make use of it right now, but that's still pretty awesome to get. Plus, we got experience from the achievement, so yeah. Pyro Lizard. Oh god, I'm getting visions of like the TF2 Meet the Pyro video. Oh, are you kidding me? Guys, honey. Get out of here, man. I guess something else that I could mention. You know what we do, Charlotte? Basically what determines a monster to actually aggro onto you, if they're like a vision or a hearing type monster, has to do with that symbol that's above their head. If it's black, that means that you are so high level compared to them that they want absolutely nothing to do with you because they know they'll get #wrecked. If they're blue or above, that means that they are within your level range and they will aggro onto you. With that though, we actually got to the drainage outlet. This is where we need to go next to save Juju, but of course we got some time to burn, so I'm gonna go ahead. The rest of the video, we're just gonna be dedicated to doing the generic monster quests and exploring Bionis Leg. Oh wow, okay. And immediately, I went ahead and fast traveled and we have a thunderstorm. There are weather systems in this game, as could have been seen by when we first got Charlotte and it was raining. But thunderstorms specifically are something that we need, not only to get that #aesthetic, I love thunderstorms, real life and in this game, but we actually need this to be going on in order to fight one of the unique monsters that we need for a challenge quest. What's cool is that, like, obviously there's day-night cycles and there are different monsters and items that appear depending on like the time of the day, but there are also a bunch of different weather systems in the game that also affect the different type of monsters that you can fight. So one of those, not the Flammies, is White Eduardo. What do you guys say we go ahead and serve up some hashtag reckoning? So White Eduardo, not a difficult monster, especially we're 4 levels above him, so I believe we are going to get that increased evasiveness. And we're also going to miss all the battle affinities. What really sucks about them is that like they're tied to frame rate, and a lot of times whenever the battle affinity goes off, it's very like effect heavy. And so playing this game either on Dolphin or just like on the Wii itself, one of the few times that the frame rate will usually dip down. So getting that timing off can be quite of a challenge, not only just to get the timing itself, but also dealing with that frame rate. So I guess while we're fighting White Eduardo, why don't we start talking about the rest of Charlotte's arts? So we talked about Shield and Cure Bullet, so what do you guys say we just talk about her healing? Oh, well, I guess in regular Heal Bullet too. Heal Blast is basically a much improved version of Heal Bullet. It'll heal a ton of damage. The opposite to it though is that whenever you use it, you generate 25% of Charla's talent gauge, and I guess that's something that you always do want to consider when you're using her arts, is how much of that talent gauge is going to be healing. Like, Heal Blast might be useful, but if it means that you're going to overheat Charla's weapon, it might not be as useful as, say, just using like Heal Bullet or Heal Round. On that note, Heal Round is an art that heals the entire party. It is incredibly useful. Oh, okay. It just kind of like zoned out there talking. We did it. Okay, and we finished that fight. But yeah, Heal Round, very useful art. I feel like it's one of her most important healing arts, and it's definitely one that I really prioritize when it comes to spending her AP and leveling it up. Me too. So yeah, I am finding these Flammies because we do need some fertile Flammy eggs. Hey, and we got it even from a wood chest. I'll take it. So these Aqua Nebulas, these are actually enemies that will only appear when it's raining outside. They're also ether tape. They are ether tape. Okay, no, they're ether type monsters. They actually reduce physical damage like a ton. So using ether arts is very much recommended against them. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. Awkward. No. If you deal enough damage to Aqua Nebula and don't defeat it in time, it'll self-destruct, it'll blow back your entire party, and make them fall asleep. All in all, bad time. I'm so salty about the Nebula. He does drop an item that we'll need for rebuilding the colony, so I kind of wanted to get that, but I mean, we got the fertile Flammy egg. Bada boom, bada bing. We just need the Brog Leg meat for that one quest, and then we should be good. So, Also need to defeat one more Leg Ardoon for that one quest. So yeah, if you just go back to the Jabo's monument landmark, you should be good to go with that. Alright, now over here I'm by the Kamo's Guidepost. We're going to be making our way basically over to Ragwell Lake, but on the opposite side that the bridge was, but we're also going to be visiting some locations on our way. So as you can see there, we have that red type monster. I think they're called like Mount Tortas or whatever. Definitely don't want to mess with them, at least for right now. Also have some Antols, don't need them. So yeah, I love this location. This is like, to me, this is like one of the coolest. Oh, Villiers Hill, I couldn't remember the name of it. Just the way, I don't know, I don't know what it is about it, but it's so cool. Like, Bionis Leg has so many different vertical layers to it, and it really makes exploring it just so fun. It also has so many different branching paths and different little like outlets for you to explore. Also, don't remember that. It kind of looks Napon made, maybe? Possible Mente. Well, actually, there are going to be other structures throughout Bionis Leg that will kind of resemble that, but like on a much larger scale. And if I'm not mistaken, I think those were made by like an ancient civilization. So actually it might not be Napon made, might be made from those guys. So anyway, sorry, I'm just rambling. I love that. Every time the lightning flashes, we get a awesome view of Charlotte's Abute. But more importantly, that silhouette, it's so cool looking. I love this so much, guys. Seriously, man, if it's like 7 p.m. and I'm chilling out at my house, I have a good book, or I'm like listening to a good podcast and playing a game with a thunderstorm raging on in the background, like the rain against the roof, the dull roar. the thunder, like, oh, one of my favorite things. Also one of my favorite things, Batu Basu, or Batsu. Anyway, he'll play a role in the upcoming quests that we do with the named NPCs, but for now, not much we can do. Also, this is Golgol territory. Really hope I don't get noticed. Okay, I think we're in the clear. Anyway, I make my way back over here. If you guys noticed, there was a pretty massive ether crystal deposit that I do want to go ahead and cash in on. So I think if we go ahead and jump down here. Where is it? Aha! Seriously, look how massive this thing is. It's so big. It actually has 3 different spots for us to harvest from. Really cool spot. Again, these things just look so cool. And of course, I mean, you know, us being the lookalikes that we are, or sorry, human lookalikes that we are, we're just gonna completely ravage this majesty of nature. Ooh. Again, man, even for Wii standards, that just looks so cool. It's so cool. For that though, there's not really much else I want to show off, so I guess let's go ahead and hunt some Mechon. So back over here on the path to Ragwell Bridge, we have some M64s. We have to defeat 5 of these guys. It's kind of insane. So, that took like 5 minutes. Well, that's taken care of. Back on the 2nd floor of Bionis Leg, over by Sparvel. Got ourselves some brave Turkins. So yeah, of course we can go ahead and give them some hashtag wrecking. Hey, now I think these guys, yeah, they dropped Turkin Crest too, so 2 for the price of 1, except I didn't get that 2nd Turkin Crest. Oh well. Anyway, if we make our way over to if we make our way to the west, side note, I don't know what it is, but I will most likely never actually like have a solid grasp of which side east and west are on. I always have to do the never eat soggy waffles thing to figure it out. I'm trash, I'm sorry. I have no sense of direction, like whatsoever. So I apologize. Anyway though, we make our way over here. There's like a whole section of Bionis Leg that isn't necessary like at all to see for the story. There's a bunch of different locations, a pretty important landmark, and also these guys, these level 79 Lake Tokelos. Yeah, we don't want to mess with them. But you can see there's like an entire side path down there. We're not going to be heading down to where those Lake Tokelos are because they will completely wreck us. But if we head over here, take a little shortcut. Yeah, boy. There will be a pretty useful landmark for these upcoming quests. Zach's Guidepost. It's a pretty cool location. We're going to be coming here quite a bit in the future, so definitely something very important to have for our map. So I went ahead, came back here to the Jabo's Rock Rest area, because if we head north, we will find some maker bunnets that I think we need like 2 or 3 of in order to do a side quest. Now, I want to apologize because I know I'm like jumping around all over the place. I'm just not as familiar with these quests as I am with like Colony 9s or Tephra Caves. So I'm not doing this like super optimally, and again, I apologize. Okay, so it was, we did have to defeat 3. Okay, that should be fine. I think there should be like 1 or 2 more around this area. You can see some Mechon wreckage. These buttons sure do hanging out around Mechon parts. It's kind of interesting, just something you'll like consistently see throughout the game. Something I'm not seeing though are maker bunnets. One sec. So yeah, I just had to fast travel back to the Jabos Rock and then gone back up north to defeat these guys, but it didn't take too much time. So let's see, what else do we have left to do? Oh, okay, one sec. Okay, going back to the whole me not doing these very optimally, if I had just gone over here when I was going to that Zach's Guidepost landmark, we would have seen Trainer Harmelon and his 2 Berserk Arduins. These guys are not going to be any kind of challenge, but I want to make it a point to show every unique monster battle. So, wow, we have a lot of guys that aggroed onto us. I guess we'll go ahead and just take care of all the fodder before we take care of Trainer Harmelon himself. So I guess let's go ahead and talk about some more art. So I talked about all the healing ones, we talked about cure and shield build, so let's go ahead and talk about Metal Blast. Metal Blast is a pretty okay break art. It'll attack all enemies that are in Charla's line of sight, so can be very useful, although it will also generate some aggro typically for her, so you know, it gives her a break art, so you definitely can't complain there. All in all, has some utility. Thunderbollt is okay. It's an ether art, so it can attack Mechon without needing to be enchanted. All ether arts can fight Mechon. Problem is, damage-wise, it really doesn't do that much. It's a 2-hit combo. It does bonus damage against flying monsters, which, you know, can be situationally useful, but all in all, it's just an okay art. Charlotte's not a very offense-oriented character to begin with, so I typically do switch that out for other stuff. Also, we didn't get that AoE with the other one, but I can't complain because we are going to get ×3 sword drive. Awesome. But that does bring me to Tranquilizer. Single-handedly, I feel like this is one of, or I guess another one of Charla's like bread and butter moves. It inflicts sleep, which is an awesome debuff because it renders an enemy completely useless. You know, it's basically like toppling or dazing it. The only drawback being if you damage a monster that's asleep, obviously it'll wake back up. But it still takes a little bit of time to do like a get up animation. So when you're playing as Charla, I can't recommend, like, and you're fighting multiple monsters, whoever you're like focusing on, I highly recommend continually throughout the fight targeting a different monster that's fighting you guys, putting them to sleep, and going back to the monster that you're targeting. It's basically like MMO DPS like 101 stuff. As someone who plays a Thaumaturge in Final Fantasy XIV, like, it's something that I'm very much used to doing. And yeah, just all in all, it's a really good way to optimize your play to make sure that enemies are dealing as less damage as possible against you. So yeah, all in all, Tranquilizer, I don't always have it on Charla because she has a pretty decent amount of arts that can be very useful that you can replace with Tranquilizer, but when you do have it equipped, I feel like it does pull its weight. It's a pretty good art. So hey, and we got the Turkey Crest. I am pretty happy with that. Awesome. So after reviewing the quest log, turns out I actually need to make a trade with the winner of Best Parent Award 2016. Yeah, she actually has these Vang third molars. So let's go ahead and we'll give her a generic shaft. And I don't have any of them. Pretty fitting that I was missing all 3 of the Vang third molars. Yay. Jumping around all over the place, but we do have a big rog. This is where we're going to be getting the other... Oh, hey, look at that achievement. Anyway, this is where we're going to be getting the other Brog leg meats, and we didn't get it, so I have to fast travel and reload this area.
Right, you're a lifesaver. Charla, did you see me? Did you see what I did?
Oh, I wasn't really looking.
Oh, come on. That's not fair.
Oh my god. Oh, one of the best party conversations, and like, just the bow on top of it is Shulk's laugh at Ryan's expense. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, with that though, I believe we have taken care of every generic monster and material quest that I wanted to take care of, at least for now. We do have like 2 more, but they have to deal with a side area, the Turkan headquarters. Yeah, so I don't know if this should qualify as like a side quest oriented video, because we did get some story stuff. We did explore a lot of new areas that are going to be, pretty important in the next upcoming videos. I don't know. Leave a comment down below if you want that exclamation point on the thumbnail or not. But anyway, that is going to be it for the day. Thank you all so much for watching me play, and in the next episode, we're going to be getting our major side questing on, hopefully because I took care of these quests. That video isn't going to last nearly as long as Underworked and Overpaid last, because hot dang, 50 minutes is way too long. I'm just saying. So, again, thank you all so much for watching me and Charla's boob physics, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!